Hey, I'm 2 for 2 on the passing tugs. I need to be playing quarterback for real.
You like that?
Yeah, I forgot.
When you said that, I was like, that's like a mic'd up comment.
I forgot I was mic'd up. He said something. I don't even think he recording me right now. Yeah, he not recording me.
Oh, yes, he is, David Montgomery. You're busted. But hey, Dave Montgomery throws a touchdown pass last week. The Lions still have the trick plays. Coach Dungy will see them on Sunday night in Kansas City. Lions won there to start the season a couple of years ago. It's one of the great games of the weekend because the Chiefs getting desperate and the Lions looking like the Lions of last year. Tony Dungy, Hall of Fame head coach, joins us now to talk about that and other things. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing well, Mike, and it should be fun. Lions are playing well, look like the best team in football. And Kansas City, I think this is a prove-it game. Where are we? Can we compete with the best teams in the league?
And it's such a weird year for them because they're down. Oh, now they're back. And they're back. And then Monday night, they lose a game that in past years they win. They find a way to win that game, and the Jaguars find a way to lose it. And that just kind of turned everything on its head all over again. And they're going to be back to that same desperation they had when the Ravens came to town 2 weeks ago.
I think you're right. And the problem we have with Kansas City is their 2 wins. We don't know how quality those wins are now. They beat the Giants and, they beat the Ravens. We're thinking they're back, but maybe beating the Ravens is not that big a deal right now.
That's right. When you look at what the Texans did in Baltimore last weekend and all those injuries and all those issues the Ravens have. So we'll learn a lot about the Chiefs when arguably the best team in football right now comes to town on Sunday night, and you'll be there. And it'll be a little warmer than it was that night you were there for the playoff game against the Dolphins. Have you been back since? I'm sure we've been back there at some point since then because it's the Chiefs and they're on Sunday Night Football all the time.
Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I still remember that 19 degrees below zero wind chill, and I probably will never forget that.
So one of the moments, and really the defining moment on Monday night, when Trevor Lawrence fell down twice and then rolled to the left, they had a chance to tackle him. He scores the game-winning touchdown. The thing that really stood out in the aftermath, Chris Jones walking, not hustling, not getting toward the ball, not ready for whatever might happen. Before I get your take on it, Coach, here's what Andy Reid, coach of the Chiefs, had to say yesterday as to what his message was to Chris Jones after everyone saw that play.
Yeah, well, you can't think that the guy's down. I mean, you can't think that. You got to just play the play. He knows. I mean, he's been around this thing a long time, so that's really what it came down to. Yeah.
Do you have any message to the guys in general or to Chris specifically about social media and everything that's out there?
No.
In a word, no.
Yeah.
Now, Coach, I understand what he's saying, but it still happened. And I think the fact that he knows, it doesn't make it better. It's like, yeah, the game's on the line. You can't stand there and be, the guy with the best seat in the house for the most important play in the game.
And unfortunately for Chris Jones, this is what we've seen a lot this year. And in the past, Rodney and I were talking about this yesterday on our podcast. Chris Jones, you described him relentless. He'd make a move. If he wasn't there, he got blocked. He'd make a second move, third move. He's chasing quarterbacks down. He's finding ways to make plays. And now you see this a lot. He makes one move, and if it doesn't get there, he relaxes and stops. And I don't know if that's age. I don't know if that's whatever, but he's got to get rid of it. That wasn't the first time that happened. It just happened to be on a big play. And everybody sees it. We saw it. Trust me, his team sees it. He's going to have to come out and be the Chris Jones of old. And I'm anxious to see if he does that on Sunday night.
And some of it may be age. Some of it may be just you creep in a little bit of that satisfaction when you've got 3 Super Bowl wins. I think that's always the challenge, to make a team hungry. And we see hungry teams every year. And I just wonder sometimes, have they lost a little bit of that? And how hard it is.
I don't buy that. I don't think it's a lack of hunger. I was on a team that was going after their third. I saw guys going after their fourth. Joe Green told me when we got our ring, it was my first one. He said, wear it for a week, and then I don't want to ever see it again because we got more to win. To this day, I don't wear my ring because I'm thinking Joe Green might be behind me.
Well, you may have more to win too. I mean, we were talking earlier. You can still come back and coach and win another one.
I don't think that's going to happen. But if I were coaching Chris Jones, I would say, hey, look, I'd sit him down and show him about 5 or 6 of those plays and say, this is what you're putting out there on tape. I don't think this is you, but we've got to get back to the real Chris Jones if we want to win and if we want to get back to another Super Bowl.
Hey, and look, he's not the only one. And I'm a huge Travis Kelce fan. Walk in the Hall of Fame, first ballot, no problem. And all the things he's done is great. And he's going to have a bigger career away from football than he had in football. But we saw it against the Eagles. There was the interception at the goal line, and he just didn't pursue. And on the Devin Lloyd play on Monday night, he didn't get up and pursue. That's the thing. You never know what's going to happen with that football and with the guy who has the football. So why not go to the ball? Am I missing something?
No, you're exactly right. And I think that's what Andy Reid has to get across to these guys. And that's the point I'm going to make on our broadcast Sunday night. Usually I say, well, it's a team. You win as a team. To me, if Kansas City's going to win, their stars have to show up. Patrick Mahomes can't throw a pick six at the 2-yard line. Travis Kelce can't drop balls and not hustle and not get after things. Chris Jones can't be a one-move guy and then just stop. Harrison Butker can't kick off out of bounds. He can't miss a field goal. They're big play guys. Their stars have to come through. They haven't done it so far this year, and we have to see if they can.
How much of a difference do you think it's going to make for the Chiefs when they get Rashee Rice back after this Week 6 game?
I think it'll definitely help the offense, no question about it, and get a big play guy there. But that hasn't been what's losing games. The Chiefs had won all these one-score games, and they forced their opponents into mistakes. Now, in the one-score games that they've lost, it's them making the key mistake at the wrong time, kicking off out of bounds after you have secured a 4-point lead with 2 minutes to go, giving the other team the ball at the 20-yard line, pass interference on third down play, those kind of things. That is what has been beating them, and that's what they've got to eliminate. I don't think it's a talent issue right now.
The other thing we saw on Monday night, and who knows how the rest of the season will play out, we never do, and that's part of the fun of it, but the Jaguars get a signature win for them in Liam Cohen's regime. Trevor Lawrence, excuse me, I'm thinking of Travis Hunter. I'll get to him in a second. Trevor Lawrence has the best game of his career, and I think, and let me focus on that before we talk about Travis Hunter. Is it possible for a guy who kind of settles in to who he is? Because I think all quarterbacks, by year 4 or 5, we kind of know who they are. And then you work with that. Is it possible for a guy to punch through to a higher level? Because I think that might be happening with Trevor Lawrence.
It is, and sometimes it takes that signature win. I remember 1997 with the Buccaneers. We had struggled, hadn't had a winning season in years, and Trent Dilfer's our quarterback, 6th pick in the draft, very similar situation. We opened up against the 49ers, and this is Jerry Rice and Steve Young, and we beat them. And there's no question that game turned us around as a franchise. And I think the same thing could be said of these Jaguars. Hey, we beat the team that went to the Super Bowl. We beat a 3-time champion. We came back from 14 down. Maybe this is who we are. And I know that's what Liam Cohen hopes takes place, and it very well could.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.